Oh, I do want to ask though. So when you talk about spirituality, are you a law of attraction person?
I believe in it. I don't do videos on it that much, but I believe if we think about things enough, I mean, I've manifested things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was curious about that because you did a video the other day on how you manifested meeting some celebrity guy or
that was
whatever.
crazy. Yeah. Yeah. No, I mean, I manifested a lot of things. I manifested my job with Lady Gaga. I manifested my partner. I manifested money. I wanted 30 grand one month. I made it happen. I got it, but there's so much that goes into life, in my opinion, that, the law of attraction is one thing, but you also there's other laws at work. And I do believe in God that sometimes I think it's a 50-50. I think it's 50% what we do and the actions we take and what we wish for. And I think 50% is divinely orchestrated. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of videos on attracting in a specific person and attracting in a man to love you. And I don't like to have that much control or feel like I have that much control over a person, Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think that works. I study it quite a bit and I do episodes about it. But I'm a big fan of Bob Proctor, who just passed. Yeah, he just passed away recently. But one of the things that he talks about is you can't, with the law of attraction, you can't compel someone else to do something that they don't want to do because everybody has free will. Mm-hmm. So trying to attract a specific person by, willing it to the universe, just doesn't work unless they're on the same wavelength,
Yeah. So I had a client the other day who did half of my workshop and she'd been dating a guy. And after she did some of the exercises and tips and techniques, spiritual exercises and stuff, being more magnetic, etc. The guy she was dating showed up to her house with her favorite flowers, which were white orchids. And he didn't even know those were her favorite flowers. And so that's kind of a manifestation of she's creating more self-love within. And now her partner's kind of showing up mirroring that. Right. But the specific guy that I had manifested, when we met, he was very different than I thought he would be. And I don't think we were really that compatible. I could have visualized or whatever again, but I'm not going to try to mold somebody to be my perfect man. Right. And I had a situation where I had gone through a traumatic breakup with a guy. And I tried manifesting him back for a while. And I would end up manifesting seeing his friend in the middle of nowhere or weird things like that. But then at the end of the day, I was you know what? This guy has so many fatal flaws that why do I want to even be with somebody like that anyway? And when I finally relinquished the idea of manifesting him as showing up as the person I wanted, mm-hmm. I ended up going in within and saying, you know what, this is actually what I want. A guy who's this, this, and this. I don't care who it is. I prayed to God that I wanted to meet a guy who shared my heart. I wanted a guy who had the same heart as me, who's compassionate, loving, empathetic, spiritual. And about a week or two later, I met my partner and he was everything. I actually found the list yesterday. I was going through my storage unit. I had some stuff in storage and I found some papers and I found the paper I wrote the qualities of a person I wanted. And he possesses every single one of them. Now, I didn't find him and say, that's the guy, but I just prayed for somebody who embodied that versus trying to make someone embody that for me. And to me, that's much more freeing and empowering than trying to change someone. You can't get into a relationship with somebody to change them. We hear this a lot that men marry women hoping they'll never change, whereas women marry men hoping that they will change.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. And the idea of writing a list, that's a really big concept that a lot of guys that listen to the podcast are Corey Wayne fans. And Corey Wayne writes that in his books. You have to write a list of wants and don't wants and focus mm-hmm. on the things that you do want. And Dr. Robert Glover talks about that as well. And I did that myself when I was on the dating circuit, and it really focuses you in on the right people. Mm-hmm. And just, I think it's a part of, I call it, it's part of law of attraction, but really it's just subconsciously keeping yourself aware of these qualities and not ignoring red flags and stuff.
What's up, brother? If you like this clip, go back and listen to the full episode. I guarantee you'll love it. Visit my channel, If you haven't done so already, subscribe now. If you prefer to listen to longer episodes in audio format, the podcast is available on all major podcast platforms.